So this trade was revealed about an hour ago, but we didn't actually have the trade call until now. Take a look at this. The Edmonton Oilers are getting themselves Adam Henrique and Sam Carrick from the Anaheim Ducks, plus a 7th-round pick. The Anaheim Ducks themselves are getting a first-round pick from the Oilers and a conditional 2025 5th. And in order to make this deal go through with 75% retained, the Tampa Bay Lightning, of all teams, are getting themselves a 4th-round pick too. Now, before we get into the actual trade, talk about the players, talk about the situation, what the hell are the Tampa Bay Lightning doing facilitating a trade? What are you doing? Aren't you trying to use up all your cap space too, and trying to pull off your own cap shenanigans and salary retentions with other teams to get trades to go your way? Isn't Noah Hanifin going to Tampa Bay soon? Don't you need every dollar you can get? I guess if the Tampa Bay Lightning feel that they have some extra play money to go out there and make trades happen and help facilitate other teams' big moves, then that's okay. But my goodness, is it surprising to see the Tampa Bay Lightning going out there as a facilitator with salary retention? But either way, Adam Henrique is the prize here going over to the Oilers. We've seen the rumors, we have seen the buzz. The Oilers wanted this guy for a long time, and his $5.825 million a year is expiring at the end of this season. Now, if you want to do the retentions here, what's 5.825 divided by 2? That is a $2.9125 million AAV. Divide that into 2. Again, 1.45 is going to be the AAV for the Oilers, and that's the amount that the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to be retaining as well. And so, when it comes to this, I mean, look, Adam Henrique has been really good this season. 42 points, 60 games played. He's been with the Ducks forever now. Like, do you believe this? He's already played 7 seasons with the Anaheim Ducks? That's kind of crazy when you really think about it. I always remember Henrique mostly as a Devil, but he did have some pretty good days with Anaheim. Of course, this season was a pretty good one as well, and 2 seasons ago, specifically, I'd say, maybe was the best season he had. 42 points in only 58 games played. But now, this versatile two-way center-left wing leader of a player is heading over to Edmonton. At 34 years old, this will probably be one of the last NHL contracts he'll be on. He'll probably re-sign somewhere next year for cheap because, I mean, he's 34 years old. He's still going to be good, but maybe not $5.825 million on the open market good. Actually, I don't know. I mean, he's really productive, so who really knows? Depending on what he does with the Oilers, right? Maybe he goes back to Anaheim or New Jersey or something, gives the Devils fans a scene there next season. But either way, Henrique heading over to Edmonton alongside of Sam Carrick. This is the move for the Oilers. They are bolstering up their team for the playoffs. Carrick is not really the best guy in the world, 32 years old, right-handed defenseman, 6 feet 201, but as a depth option who plays at the bottom of your lineup, this is a player that works really hard. You can't really deny the effort that Sam Carrick brings on a night-in, night-out basis, and you know the saying, right? Hard work beats talent only if talent doesn't work hard, something like that. And Sam Carrick does bring the effort every single night. 11 points, 61 games played. He's not really going to be a big point producer, but as an extra body to stabilize that defense core in Edmonton, this is a pretty good addition. So seeing the Oilers pull this off, I mean, 2 players that are pretty helpful for their roster for the cost of a first-round pick, a 5th-round pick, and a 4th, that's pretty alright business, to be honest. Like, considering the fact that the first-round pick was probably going to be traded away regardless, everybody kind of knew there's no way the Oilers hold on to their first-round pick heading into the trade deadline period. They're going to send it away for somebody. We just got to know who. So the fact that we now know it's Adam Henrique, I mean, it's not surprising, but 75% salary retained, you can't go wrong with that. Sam Carrick and a 7th-round pick. The Oilers are facilitating deals here, and for the Anaheim Ducks, I mean, you get yourselves the first. What more would you want? This kind of balances itself out. I guess you could say maybe, oh yeah, Sam Carrick, is he really worth only a conditional 5th-round pick? But then again, it's not just Adam Henrique that got traded away. It's Henrique at 75% retained. So there's a lot of value here going either way, I would say. And for the Tampa Bay Lightning to insert themselves in, that's kind of interesting. Adam Henrique, we'll see where he plays in the lineup. Like, if you go over to the Oilers and their setup right here, let's go over to Daily Faceoff. Oilers lines. How about that? Do we have that? Yes, we do have that. So, Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman is listed as the first line over here. You've got Evander Kane, Nugent Hopkins, and Janmark as the second line. Maybe move Kane over to the right side, put Henrique on the left here. Or if you wanted to say that Henrique could be the replacement for McLeod on the third line, that would make sense too. Corey Perry and Adam Henrique together, oh, that's a nice combo. I did not even think about that until we saw that here. When was the last time Corey Perry played with the Anaheim Ducks? He had to have been here, right? Like, if we go over to this season, yeah, there you go. Corey Perry was a member of the Anaheim Ducks until the 2018-19 season, so there was some overlap there between Perry and between Henrique. So if you wanted to say you could put them together, that's actually a pretty good idea, not gonna lie. So Anaheim Ducks fans, what are your thoughts on the idea of seeing your former guys reunited? Corey Perry and Henrique on the same line, potentially. Henrique maybe playing somewhere in this bottom six. If you wanted to put him on the top power play, that also would work. Having Sam Carrick here as an extra right-handed defenseman makes it a little bit easier on Cody Ceci, but to be honest, this entire unit of 6 guys has been pretty alright. Like, even Cody Ceci has been more or less kind of fine, replacement level fine, I guess you could say, for the Oilers this season. I mean, if we go over to his profile, it talks about injuries. Does it go over his wins above replacement number, like some of the other things do? Okay, no, only the forwards have that, but either way, you have yourselves a pretty solid defense core that has been fine. Kulak, I'm always a big fan of. Desharnais blocks shots and he's physical. Bouchard scoring the lights out. Matthias Ekholm is there too. Darnell Nurse is an overpaid monster, but he's still there. So if anybody gets hurt, Sam Carrick is not the worst option to have around. And especially if you talk about some of the other guys that are included here, like the Brobergs and everybody else that could be options on D. This trade makes sense from all perspectives, I would say. The Oilers are getting themselves some extra depth. They're getting themselves a veteran in Adam Henrique that they've wanted for a while. The Ducks are getting their first-round pick. They're getting some extra assets. And the Tampa Bay Lightning, of all teams, is getting involved here, too. So Oilers fans, Ducks fans, Lightning fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this big three-way trade involving Adam Henrique, the Oilers, and the Anaheim Ducks. What are your thoughts on Sam Carrick being included in the move? Do you think the Oilers are done? Their first-round pick is gone, so you can't really deal with that anymore. Is there a trade to be had with a Philip Broberg? Is there a trade to be had with any of the other assets that they have? I guess we can also talk about the condition. We didn't talk about this. It's very interesting because the 5th-round pick in Anaheim will become a 4th-round pick if Edmonton wins the Cup. Tampa must also send a reserve list player. Now, what does that mean? Reserve list? Is that IR? Is that LTIR? I don't really know if that's like healthy scratch or whatever. Somebody who's smarter than me in the comments, please let me know what in the world does a reserve list player mean? And does this mean that in a later move we'll see Tampa Bay send somebody over to either the Oilers or the Ducks? Maybe the Ducks, right? Because they lost out on 2 players and they didn't get anybody in return. Or the Anaheim Ducks might just call somebody up, who really knows. A lot of moving parts here. I don't know if it's like fully done yet, but this is the trade call, according to Frank Saravelli via 20 minutes ago about. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.